Ass hats.
Hats.
Do you think they ever got the message by now?
No.
Oh, they're probably dense as the post.
But they're still like,
They're probably trying to have their translators say, what is an ass hat?
You cute little dog. Well, human beings love linking things together in whimsical ways because that's our nature.
Just for the panel.
Not hearing it.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
Yeah.
Running through my head though is a memory. I must confess to never having followed.
Did you ever get the notification on my re-upping on Patreon?
Yes, I need to set a reminder for myself to fix the intro this week because I keep forgetting every week and then think about it when we do movie night.
We're back!
Woo.
And I want to say to everyone, go out to Patreon. You can support the channel that way as well as listening and deadening your intelligence by watching our stuff over there. So.
of course, if you are the content creator, it's not Patreon, is it?
No, it's Receive Treon.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing again? Mr. X, Mr. Y says starting late again, I see. No, we're starting just on time. Movie night starts whenever we start.
Yeah. We're actually very early for being extremely late.
Exactly. So hello, everybody, and thank you all for coming out. I hope you guys are all having a great night. We have a lovely group of people on our panel this evening.
Lovely bunch of cooking.
Exactly. So let's head on over and do our introductions. We have Chris Kelling with us tonight.
Hey, good evening, and we're experiencing a lot of passengers coming off the planes tonight because of the holidays, so I may or may not be able to have any kind of a continuity with my content tonight.
Well, we're glad you're here with us at least, and...
Okay.
All right, so we've got Chris Kelling here with us. Thank you for that, Chris. We also have RJ with us tonight.
Yes, indeed, and it was the temperature dipped down into like the 80s today. It was nice, and it was raining. It was cool.
Oh my goodness,
And it's
yeah.
gonna go back to 100 in the next couple of days.
Ugh, yuck. Yeah, it was very rainy here today too, but not as hot either, so that was good. I was happy with that.
We've been having some fires, so the
Oh,
water
no.
is probably a good thing.
Indeed, yeah, that sounds like rain is a good thing in that situation. Well, I'm glad that you're here with us as well, RJ. And then last but not least, we do have Bionic Dance with us this evening.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm really only here courtesy of Red Bull. We'll see how long I last before the caffeine runs out of my bloodstream, but
Oh,
looking
dear.
forward to it.
Does that give you
Movie night,
wings?
I mean, not crash it.
Right. Yeah, do you have wings yet?
I wish, but like I'll try jumping off of my building tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let
I
us
think you're
know.
exaggerating on the commercials.
Yeah, just a little bit. Let us know how that turns out, Kate.
Sure.
If you
Yeah.
follow a hexagonal structure where you have external wings, let us know. I think we want to get some selfies.
I still wonder if humans had wings, would we have to pump our arms the way you do when you're running? Every time, like for
Yeah,
counterbalance.
probably. There's kind of a limitation to the size of vertebrates and that can fly. We're within the range, but we would look really funky if we could do that.
That's
I know,
true.
It looked really funky.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for coming out tonight on the panel, and thank you all in the live chat for being here as well. So with that, I think we should bring up the wheel. What do you guys think?
The wheel!
Well, it's either that or we delay more.
Wheel?
I don't think we should delay. We've got a lovely wheel here this evening.
Especially calm delight.
Oh, goodness. All right, here we go. Here's our lovely wheel.
Okay, wheel.
6 pieces of
Are we
pie.
ready? Or do you want to do the names first?
No, we don't have to go through the names. I mean, it's up to you. Well, I guess we can real quick. So we have Pendulum, we have Friday, we have Quran, we have Magic, Medium, and Dinos. So we have a lovely eclectic mix of videos here. And
Magic medium dinos. Wow.
Yeah.
It's not too big.
Wasn't that a cartoon show in the 80s?
I don't know, but it sounds like it could be dangerous. So
It was on
Although I
right
think, the
before-
magical
no,
mythical
it-
dinosaur tour could make a nice show.
I'm pretty sure it was on right before the middle-aged microwave samurai salamanders.
oh dear. Well, I don't know about that,
Easy for you to
but
say.
Yes, it is.
all right.
Okay, do we need the incantation or?
Yes, please.
Okay, wheel of misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we must burn. Spin it.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, da-da-dum, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Anyway,
Tick, tick,
I'll
tick,
just
tick,
stop.
tick, 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 tick.
We
We have Quran. Alrighty.
Wow.
I know which one this is.
Theology.
All right.
Are
So
we
I'll
gonna
get
have
that.
to worry about the Ayatollah putting a hit out on us, or?
Probably, but that's all right. I think we'll survive. Maybe.
About credible as a Chile lawsuit?
Yeah. All right. Bear with me a moment while I get this all pulled up here.
I think
Alrighty.
it counts as drawing Muhammad if all you do is sketch a picture of a banana and call it Muhammad.
We'll
Probably
get
not.
you in trouble in certain places, yes.
Yeah, you're making fun of the prophet.
Islamnet is raising
Yeah.
funds to establish.
Okay. All right. Do.
Is something on the edge of it relating to the profit margin?
All right, there we go. Okay, I got the video ready, so let me pull that up on the stream here. I guess you guys being able to see it would probably be a good thing. I mean, it might not, but
Well, not necessarily.
that's hit or miss, All right. We've got our lovely video up. Let's hope our audio wants to work tonight. Let's see. All right. If anybody can't hear it, let me know, panel or live chat. But I think everything should be good otherwise. So,
Okay, so I guess we're going to have to hear it.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Well,
making
here.
this tough.
I know. All right. Here we go, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters and dear
A
friends.
little quiet.
A few people sent me this video of it's a very, very
That sounds
disturbing
better.
video. And subhanAllah, it's called sleeping Quran to sleep or Quran for sleep, something along those lines. You can see it there on the screen. Now, this is very disturbing because they don't even leave our Quran alone now. SubhanAllah, like the recitation that we listen to in our houses, to keep shayateen and jinns away, Surah Baqarah, etc., which I let my daughter sleep to, etc. It's not even free from these things. SubhanAllah, and they're going to such levels. Now we're going to decipher, somebody's deciphered what this person is whispering. Obviously we can't play it for copyright reasons, but you can, if you want to go and listen to it. I know you guys may be curious. I don't think there's anything alarming. Alhamdulillah, the Quran is a shifa and it protects us from all this kind of stuff. So don't worry about it, let's not panic about it, etc. But it's very disturbing that when you listen to it, and I was like, okay, where is it? And I couldn't hear anything. When I listened closely, there is a woman actually speaking in the back. Yeah, there's a woman actually whispering something. I don't know what it was, but somebody actually deciphered it. And this is what he had to say. This is crazy, guys. Our Quran, they don't even leave the Quran alone. These people are involved in sihr. They tell them to do these crazy things just so they can have access. And usually sihr is used to break up marriages. Yeah, and that's what Allah mentions in the Quran, that when the angels came down with sihr, he told them to stay away from it. And people were using it to what? To break up marriages, or in this instance, for this lady, whoever she is, to get a man called Owen Brown back. Because this is what it said there. And I will say, at the mark, 4 hours, 7 minutes and 50.
Okay, I gotta call a drink here on that. So basically what he's saying is that somebody used this video about the Quran sleeping or something like that to try to get a guy back, a woman trying to get a guy back subliminally.
Not exactly. What he was saying was that there was some sort of incantation that's supposed to keep jinn away that they're doing, and some people are also using it to break up marriages. And this one woman is using this same like ritual that they're doing that's supposed to keep jinn away to get a guy that she's apparently like, I don't know, in love with or something.
Okay, so let me get straight. It's not flabbergasted that they think there's spells.
You're roboting really bad.
Yeah, sorry, RJ. We were unable to distinguish what you said there.
But yeah, his freaking
try-
out is
let me-
not
let me
about
try
the fact
again.
that there's spells to keep away these jinn or genies or whatever the hell they are. No, he's freaking out because it's being used for evil.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Aha.
Whee!
Alrighty.
This fireplace is nice, though.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else he's got then, because that's oh dear. All right. Well, let's see.
53 seconds. She says the
Maybe
following
we'll
3
get less
times.
stupid.
Owen Brown is spending the rest of his life with me. Repeats it 4 times while the Quran is playing in the background subtly. Yeah. Owen Brown is coming back to York University for me. Owen Brown listened to every word I say to him. Owen.
Yes.
I know it's just a misspelling, but that says coming back to Orc University. And I'm now picturing, some sort of Dungeons and Dragons Shadowrun
Hey,
Orc. Like as a
maybe that's
professor with a
Mordor
mortarboard on,
University. Think about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
dear.
when you said orc, I was thinking Mork from Mork. So I
Oh
was
jeez.
thinking you're picturing Robin Williams bouncing around, with Jonathan
I
Winters
mean,
and
I want to
If
know.
Trump can have a university, so can Sauron.
Yeah.
I really want to know who Owen Brown is, though. I mean, like, is he really worth this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess to this person apparently. Oh dear. Well, let's see. I mean, maybe we'll get some more intelligent thoughts here on it. Oops. Nope. Not if I don't hit the right play
Owen
button.
Brown listened to every order I give him. Owen Brown listened to every word I say to him. This is some kind of a spell or sihr to get this individual, Owen Brown, back in this woman's control. Okay, it's very, very clear that this woman wants control. So God knows who told her to do this, but it's very, very, very bizarre. Not necessarily for her to pick Surah Baqarah, the Quran, and whisper this behind it. This is very, very scary. But obviously we shouldn't panic and get paranoid. Alhamdulillah, the Quran is a shifa in itself. Alhamdulillah, it protects us. So let's not get paranoid on this matter as well, brothers and sisters, inshallah. This is just a video to just be very careful in this specific video and report it. I want you guys to report this video, inshallah.
Oh my goodness.
Which you can see on the screen, inshallah. And you can see the comment section, people warning.
But let's not get paranoid about it.
Yeah. But let's mass report it, according to him.
Because now they are attacking the Quran recitation. Subhanallah, they're not even leaving us to listen to our Quran, the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in peace. Brothers and sisters, that's all I had to say, inshallah. It's just an awareness for everybody. Share this video
Oh dear.
far and wide. This is what's happening. Somebody's deciphered it, and this is what it had. This is what it said. So be very careful when listening to these kind of stuff. And subhanallah, even in one part, apparently in the beginning of this recitation, she says, at 0 seconds, I understand. And at 51 seconds, she says, you're cowards before. And then at 1 minute 55 seconds, it says, life is always meaningless. 2 minutes 22 seconds, it says, swallow. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that's going on.
swallow.
Yeah, you know where my brain went on that because I'm a total child. But
Yeah.
I mean, also what I'm curious
my brain
about,
went in the same
like
spot.
apparently people deciphered this thing, and
Right.
but I'm like, was she saying it in English?
Yeah. I don't know, but
Probably not. I mean, it's the same thing, translating the Bible from Aramaic, to Latin to English.
yeah.
The telephone game here,
And someone did mention something in the chat about
Our Muslim brothers-
It did look like they were reading the book backward. Is Arabic written from like back?
It's right to left, or left to right.
Yeah, the same way as Hebrew.
Oh dear. Well, yeah. I think he's just about wrapping it up here. So what do you say we see what else he's got left? And
I guess if we could put more any time he actually recognizes or shows when is in relation to this.
you're
I wonder.
roboting pretty bad again there, RJ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, you sound hurt. I'm sorry.
Oh dear. All right. Well, let's continue on.
Oh, robot brain is hurt.
Oh geez. All right. Here we go.
Here, but be very careful, inshallah. To this specific video, flag it and let's get it taken down, inshallah. And may Allah protect us. Till next time, may Allah bless your Ramadan. Have a Ramadan for barakah.
Does it really
and happiness,
violate
inshallah.
community standards?
It's not worth going down.
Yeah, I don't think so. You know, I don't think it's like what would you put? Like what would you put that under? I don't.
I mean, I know that
Hate
like they
speech would
have
be the closest thing.
disrespectful or whatever, but I don't think you can really, oh my gosh, dark ritual, you have to I don't think that's in the
Yeah, I don't see any kind of violation.
No, me neither. I agree, but hey, to each their own, I suppose. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, that was that lovely video,
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
as wise as I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have certain members here, so it didn't. We were able to get more than 2 seconds out before
Yeah.
Yes.
drink call.
Yeah, that will remain nameless.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right. Let me see. All right, that's not that one.
Pardon me.
All right, let's go ahead and remove that one from our wheel. Okay.
Let's put that in the no, we don't need to hear that again list.
Yeah. Let's go
It was
ahead.
an interesting experiment, but yeah. no.
Yeah.
It brings us window into a world of English-speaking Arabic names.
All right.
Now we know. Dun, 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 dun.
knowing is half the battle.
There we go. All right, we've got our wheel back up. Would you like to, who would like to do the incantation this time?
In that damn wheel.
There we go. Thanks, RJ.
Wheel of douchebaggery, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Show us a video of a total douche.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
I'm hoping for CC after that.
All right, here we go.
Burn, 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 burn.
Medium. All right. No, we've got medium. Woo. All right, so that
What
one.
about large and extra large and
You know,
small?
hottest. You can strike a happy medium, but she won't be happy anymore.
Oh wait, did we do medium last time?
I love screwing with waitstaff and ordering something extra medium just to watch what the hell I mean.
I had a friend who ordered a cheeseburger without the cheese. And I said, "So you want a hamburger?" And he said, "No, I want a cheeseburger, but hold the cheese."
Uh-huh.
It just blew her mind. She was like, "I don't want to work here anymore."
Yeah.
Milkshake, hold the cup.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well.
Did we do this one last week, I think? Because it's not in my video playlist anymore here. Let me see.
Boost.
Let me see
Let's talk about
if we did that one. Hold on
I
one.
might recognize it if I saw it, but I don't remember it by single word name.
Yeah, and I don't remember, because it's not, the problem is it's not in my movie night folder anymore for all the videos, so let me see. I'm going forward, I'm fast forwarding to see if it was there. Okay, we were spinning the wheel. Let's take a look. Yes, we did do medium last time. Okay. Not last week, I apologize, 2 weeks ago.
Golly gosh, I'm
Something
so
else
sad
that's-
that we will not hear it again.
Yeah. Something else that always bothered me was Domino's Pizza. Well, Domino's Pizza bothers me just on principle, but I mean,
Right.
the fact is that they got medium and large. Where's the small? You can't have a medium if you don't have a small.
Right, then you just have small and large. Or regular and large, one or the other. All right. So we've got our wheel up
I'm
again.
old enough to remember when a small drink was actually small.
Yeah. Not anymore. All right. So we're going to spin our wheel again since we did that one. Sorry about that. And here we
Spin that
go.
damn wheel!
There we go. All right. Tick, 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 Friday. All right.
Friday!
Time to get
Is this
done.
all about the guy
Okay,
that was
that
on
is-
the island with Robinson Crusoe?
No.
So Kate's incantation actually did work.
Yes. All right. Let's see here. I'm just getting everything pulled up. Bear with me just a sec while I do so. All right. Video is up. And there we go. And it's our lovely friend Cece. Woo! Oi, I know. He's
Oh, that twerp.
yeah, he's
Okay, well, we get to see more of the ceiling of his car.
yeah. We always get to see his car, you know? All right.
Well, yeah, as we all know, science in the front seat of a car.
Yeah. Always.
Oh, you got physics in demonstration right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kitsune Cavalier says, or his kitchen. Yeah.
He's demonstrating the inertia of a mind that has not moved in 40 years.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what he's got to say today.
See, there I go again. Just fucking ramping. All right. Anyway, look, I want to talk to you about a couple things. Okay. EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Okay. When something like that happens and it's dumped on a city, or dumped anywhere for that matter, we go back to 1800s. That means all electronical boards that are not covered and shielded with lead are killed. Dead. Okay? That means all the cars, everything, all the electricity, everything that's running us is dead. Okay? Unless if it's protected in a box.
That mean we don't
hollow
get to
box
see
of
him
lead,
anymore?
surrounded with lead
Yay!
or something, gold, whatever it may be, whatever they use. Oh, wait a minute! Oh, to go through the Van Allen belt, all they use is tinfoil. Ah, it's right. I didn't know that. So my shirt will also protect me too. Oh, that's great. That's good to know. Well, no, that's wrong, guys. That's bullshit. Tinfoil does not protect you from fucking radiation. Okay.
Drink.
Yes, Chris.
So his shirt is made out of tinfoil?
Disparaging people who wear tinfoil. He's showing how reasonable and logical he is, and it's starting to hurt me because it's just wrong that this guy.
Oh, I know.
Guys, in
Pins.
present day fashions, tinfoil should only be worn as a hat.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, and you don't wear tinfoil instead of a little triangle hat every day.
Yeah, it's got the tinfoil hat has to look like one of those boats that you would make out of newspaper, you know? It's got to look something like that.
Our dishes here we're making up as we go.
Yeah. Well, I think he's, already full-blown into rambling mode, but let's see what else he's got to
Yeah.
say here.
Yeah, he does ramble, very rambling-ish.
Indeed. All right, well, let's see what else we got here.
No. Sorry. Anyway. Anything that's not covered with that is fried, basically. Okay. Now, I'm trying to understand God. He or she, whoever it may be, created this area that we live in. Okay. And you will realize that once you become a flat earther, because this is an incredible place we live in. I spoke about that in my last video. He or she, whoever it may be, had to have come up with some plan figuring out our species, our civilization. I shouldn't say species.
I'm going to call another drink here.
Yes, Chris?
Just because someone is a flat earther and has no clue on the concept of reality doesn't mean that you lose wonderment of things.
Right.
I understand aviation. I know how a plane flies through the air. I understand the forces of thrust, lift, drag, and gravity, and but it still amazes me that we can generate enough lift to lift a multi-ton aircraft through the air,
Right.
into the air. You know, so this preclusion that once you become a flat earther, then you'll have wonderment. No, I have wonderment in how you can actually function.
Well, it sounded more to me like he was saying that we live in a wonderful world. I don't know, and you'll understand that the world is wonderful if you're.
It's
But it didn't quite sound
wonderful
like not having a sense of wonder so much as realizing the world is wonderful. I don't know.
It's
But
even
even so,
Go ahead,
I mean,
sorry.
that's
But can you have
kind of
wonder
a
without
schmucky
wonder,
thing to
Brad?
say.
Yeah. Well, to me, it sounded like he was saying more of once you become a flat earther, you'll realize what a wonderful world it is. Therefore, a God must exist. It is, yeah, I don't know. That's how it kind of came off to me.
Quid pro quo on this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's anyway, so far we've not really gotten a whole lot of continuity on his thoughts here. So
Where's he
Well,
going with the
this is what-
EFP part? He said like, okay, gotta
Yeah.
figure out our civilization. I think I know where he's going with it, but I'm not gonna predict yet.
well, let's see what else he's got. I mean, I'm sure he'll get to a point eventually, right? He's got to.
Science.
All right, here we go.
Will eventually come up with some kind of weapon like this. Okay? So everything that powers this world that we live in, this flat plane that we live in, is protected. And that's where I think the lava comes in. That's where I think everything is underneath that in terms of the electronical devices that are creating the tides, that are creating everything. Now remember,
Wait,
this is
wait.
flat Earth.
Wait,
Whoa.
Electronic devices are creating
Right.
the tides?
Creating this. Yeah, I think we need a little more detail on that, Bucky.
I mean, well, because it doesn't sound like he's saying we created these devices that control the tides, but apparently a god did. So somewhere out there is a
Yeah.
tide machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's where the detergent comes from.
yes, that's what it is.
It all fits together now.
Well, and clearly the people who are against God, the Satanists, were the ones who were eating all of those Tide Pods.
So, you see, it's all once you start connecting the dots,
Yep.
you get stuff that's connected.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
Now, maybe, to be fair, maybe he knows that the moon affects the tides, and therefore the moon is the tide device. It's an electronic moon.
Well, but
Why do you think it's why do you think it's lit up, huh? Why do you think it's lit up? It's a bright lamp. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And volcanoes are just lava lamps with an ego.
Oh, jeez. I don't know even what to think about what he's spewing here. It's just
Since there's no thought in it at all,
Yeah.
this is not a problem.
this is
If you ever want to see
odd.
what verbal diarrhea looks like, we're getting it.
Exactly. Oh,
Apparently
dear.
it's moving through a car.
Yeah. Well, let's continue on and see what other
Yeah,
crap
I'm sure
we
there'll
get.
be some important insights any second now.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Here we go.
Beyond, okay? If you're not a flat earther, just flip the channel and go away. Go eat an ice cream cone. Go watch some fucking squirrels jump off of a tree. Okay, you'll be happier doing that.
Well, if you can't find any fucking squirrels,
anyway,
what if they're just
that's-
normal squirrels?
I think everything is underneath us somewhere. That's because God had to have definitely thought about this. And volcanoes that are going to explode or erupt, that's all bullshit. Okay, this isn't going to be created to be destroyed. All right, it has to be lived through civilization and civilization. And people ask me, how many civilizations have there been here? I don't know. We got the pyramids. Okay, we got
Well, because you don't know
dams,
anything.
and we got waterways here in New York that obviously are not from our civilization. We did not make that. Okay, all right. The reservoir we did not make, and it's incredible.
What?
They don't show any pictures of it when it was built. They just show the archives that I've been able to look through. They have this one guy in this pipe that's gigantic with mud all over him. That's it. That's all.
Is he talking about the New York City Reservoir, the Croton Reservoir?
It's just incredible.
What the hell is he
and that
talking
goes
about?
with Grand Central Station.
I think
Grand
so.
Central Station's another thing. When
Good
was
Lord, that was
actually
built back in the 19th
What?
century.
Drink.
Wait.
He
What?
just asked when Grand Central Station was built, as if we don't know.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and what we didn't build it.
It was like on
I
42nd
no,
Street out in
apparently
the
we
middle of
didn't. That was
nowhere.
built by
but still.
another civilization. Some different
Oh.
civilization built Grand
He-
Central
yeah,
Station,
he
according to Zippy
thinks
the Wonder
space
Map. Yeah.
aliens built Croton Reservoir?
Oh
God?
gosh! Wow.
Well, and he was just
my
saying that
Lord.
God built everything underneath us. Apparently, like Earth was created with Grand Central Station for us to discover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like excavated it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he thinks that the current Grand Central Station is the Grand Central Station. Because, of course, there's actually an earlier one that was built by Cornelius Vanderbilt back in the 1870s. I'm terribly sorry, but I know all about this because I've researched the effing 19th century.
And to Sean Carroll in the chat, no, he's not having an aneurysm. I've had an aneurysm. I know what that looks like. This guy's just stupid.
Yeah. I don't even know where to begin with him.
It's difficult to tell quite where he's going astray other than the fact that it occurs when he opens his mouth.
Yeah. That's a pretty accurate statement. Well, let's see
But
what else.
I am happy to know that the Croton Reservoir was made by God. That's
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. Well,
my.
I think we'll continue on and see what else he's got here.
maybe he thinks
I don't know
Frederick
when
Law
any of this
Olmsted
built.
is
So how
a
many
saint.
civilizations have there been before us? I don't know about several, maybe 4, possibly. I don't know. I'm just looking at all the artifacts of the things that they've made and made up history, saying Egyptians, the Greeks, the this and that, and all this other bullshit that has created all of this stuff, because they have to think of something that has created everything. This is EMS. These are doctors' offices here.
EMS.
I'd love to see.
Obviously, somebody
I'd love to
has
see
a problem.
how he would write a car operating manual. That would be okay. There's some buttons and there's like switches
Right.
and there's like things you can turn up and down. Nobody knows what they do. Nobody knows how they got here. Have fun.
Oh gosh.
Henry Ford was
It all
God.
shows God's beneficence.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, sir.
What thinks of that picture of the guys sitting on the girder having lunch? You know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure what building. I don't think it was the Empire State Building or the Chrysler Building. It may have been one of the other big. They were like in a high-rise race in the 1920s. I'm terribly sorry. New York City is an area I know a great deal about the history.
Oh dear. Well, it doesn't seem like CC is very familiar with the history, but let's.
No, but that's a long list of things that is on his list. In fact, you could probably make a shorter list of things he is well informed about. which
That's
appears
true.
To be nothing.
Oh dear. Well, let's see what else he's got. I'm sure he's gonna.
Yeah. Let's see what other architectural miracles that he can talk about.
Indeed. All right. Here we go.
But he's going through a train track, and the train things are down. He's gonna have to wait. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, so that's how it works. I think. All right, that everything is protected, it's hidden, and whatever. Just broke my fucking train of thought.
Whatever.
Stars. This is another thing to think about. What happened? Now we've already zoomed in on our flat Earth, and we know these aren't stars or pictures of anything any NASA has showed us, because they're all drawings and nonsense.
Just draw.
What happens if we are one of those lights that are up there? There are billions and billions and billions and billions of them, you know? And then people might ask me, you know, what happens when you're born? Does another light star come? I don't know. I have no idea. These are just ideas that I think about.
Now, I've heard in the movie A Star is Born, but I'm pretty sure that when we're born, they don't put a star up for you.
Yeah.
No, nor
You
do.
know, it's not like I can point to the Kate star. It's not up there. You know?
Oh, geez. And apparently all the stars are just drawings?
Although,
Yeah,
to be
something
fair,
like
there is
that.
a planet named after me in a video game. If you've ever played Control Origins, there is Planet Far. But anyway.
Oh, dear. Well, yeah, I'm not, like... I just don't understand his train of thought, first of all.
Well,
He doesn't have a train of thought. He keeps
that
getting
is
derailed.
definitely counting
That's the
in your
problem.
favor.
I think you might have
If you
one of
can
those, like...
understand your train of thoughts, medical attention at once.
Yeah.
Why do you
He
think
has
I
one of those
titled this
hand
video-
carts of thought, you know, going,
Right.
Thing. Yeah. He might have that.
Why do you think when I sent this video to you that I titled it "Ramblings of an Idiot"?
Yeah, even for him, this is a real rambler.
Yeah.
It's a pity he's not in a Nash Rambler so that the whole metaphor could be complete.
Even
The
if it
first-
doesn't make any sense, I hope he ties it together by the end of it.
He doesn't.
Oh,
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Ah, well.
But the thing is, the first half of this video, which we did not show, he was rambling on about his job and what he was doing and stuff like that, and some of it I felt was a little inappropriate. That's why I asked Strikeling to
Can you
start at the
imagine
point
how
that she did.
dismal it's be to be his co-worker?
Yeah.
How long, like, how many views did this video have, I wonder? And I wish I could see the analytics to see how long people watched before clicking away.
Yeah.
Well, we could go out to Social Blade, but I'm on my phone. You know, otherwise I'd use my be able to go search for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, you know, obviously
It's
analytic
possible that
wise.
the thing with the antenna that's on his car might be mediating some dangerous radiation in the car. It causes emotions in his brain. It's possible.
I don't know, maybe it controls your robot voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least I'll give him one thing: is at least he has the camera set up or the phone set up or whatever he's using, and he's not futzing with it. Unlike there's a certain person out there right now who will live stream from his car, start talking to people and banning people and stuff like that while he's driving.
On the other hand, this guy has a ton of negative space over his head, so, I mean, frame the shot, buddy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, geez. Well, it just as a, you know, informational piece here, he's got 928 views on this, and it was posted just about a week ago. You're roboting again quite a bit there, RJ.
Yeah, R2-D2 is going, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so almost 1,000 people have suffered through this, at least some of it. All right, well, let's continue on here and see where else he goes.
On Friday. But what happens if your star is up there? Because every light up there has a frequency, okay? And if you find that frequency that's like you, and I don't even know how to explain this. It's,
Duh.
those frequencies
an
are up
idiot.
there for a reason.
Because you're pulling
Maybe
it out of your ass.
to power something, maybe to show us something, but maybe to find yourself in a way. I don't know. Maybe one of those stars is one of those lights up there is you.
Hey, that's the truest thing he said this whole video. I don't know.
I mean, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I think I've heard like a sci-fi story like that where someone finds their star and it turns them into some sort of super being or something, but that was a science fiction story.
Right. Oh gosh, I don't even know. Like, there's so much wrong with everything he said that it's just too much to unwrap all at once.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun to play make-believe like this, but
Yeah.
at the end, I remember, hey, that's not the way it really works.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I would think by now he would get it, but I guess he'll never get it.
No, he will never will.
All right. Well, let's see if we can wrap him up here and finish out what he's got to say.
He does need wrapped up.
Here we go.
Possibly. And that frequency that's emitted from that light is your frequency. And when you figure that out and you combine yourself and you understand what that frequency is in terms of music or something, maybe you find yourself. It's something I've been thinking about, but this is a plausible possibility of beyond flat Earth, and these are ideas that I'm just throwing out there for people to think about on Think About It Friday. All right, I'll probably put some videos out,
Okay,
and
so great. I mean, it
I'll think of something I think we're
sounds like he's wrapping this up, but I mean, it sounds like, I mean, first of all, he said combine yourself, I guess, with the star's frequency that is you or something, and then he says, and then what, you might express it as music or art or something. I'd like to believe that a star did not inspire my animation.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure that came from my Head Meets, which, by the way, is also the name of a series of animations I'm doing. Go subscribe to my fucking channel. But anyway, yeah, that's just, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've thought up a lot of crazy stuff over the years, especially when I was a child. You know, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if the universe worked like this? But still, it doesn't, you know?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, it's one thing to, imagine things and think about, what ifs and stuff like that, but knowing at the end of the day that that's not how it works is what keeps us semi-sane.
Or at least not doing insane things. I mean, I
Right.
won't claim to be sane exactly, but, you know.
Yeah, it's just he's on that level where he imagines these things and then thinks they're real, or that reality is not reality. So it's just it's a
Well,
mess.
He won't be the first, like, whack-a-job I've ever heard of who came up with the idea that if you think it, it'll change the universe.
Yeah. Well, that does wrap up his video. He's got like 2 seconds left, and I don't think we're going to get any science in that last 2 seconds there to explain anything.
Press footnotes in those last 2 seconds.
Exactly. Oh gosh. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll close
You know,
that
the old
one.
thing about some minds are a mind is a terrible thing to waste. His isn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's because it started out as waste.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you gotta have a mind to waste before you can even have a mind to waste.
Right.
True.
Oh gosh. Well, that was interesting.
That was definitely a thing.
It was. It was
Of
a
all the
thing.
videos I've seen, that was definitely one of them.
Yes. All right.
It
Well,
was the most thing that it was as anything that ever was.
indeed.
And the thing is, I specifically chose CC because I know how much it bugs tornadoes. So
Well, we'll have to find another one for next week when he's here with us.
right.
I'm sure he'll put out more
To see
stupid.
more of his car.
Yeah. Oh dear. All
I
right.
wonder what's in his glove compartment.
I
don't know if I
what's
want to
in his
know.
compartment.
Yeah.
Like someone's
Ever.
hand or something. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us see here. What do we got? Yeah, we definitely have time for one more here. Shall we spin the wheel again?
Whee! Spin, spin, spin the wheel.
Spinning. Tick 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 tick.
Looking stuff.
Tick 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 tick. Dinos.
That one's been on the wheel for a while, hasn't it?
I think so.
Wow.
And
Vintage.
several different incarnations, probably. Yeah.
Probably.
No, but I mean this one in particular. I seem to remember it being on the wheel the last several times, and we just keep missing it.
Yeah, it looks like this one I downloaded back in June, so yes. All right, let's see.
14 to
Okay, so we'll get this. Oh god, it's this
That
idiot.
voice had never but
Well, I'm gonna learn all about dinosaurs in this, eh?
it sounded like Matt Powell's voice.
Indeed, it is.
I can't believe I got that from like
my.
2 words.
That's the
The
announcement
baby
saying,
can't
"Hey, you
hold
can't
it."
park here. You got to park in the garage."
Yeah.
Announcements. That goes off every 10 minutes. So
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah, it is indeed featuring Matt Powell, as you can see.
How long is this Matt Powell tome?
This one's only about 10 minutes.
Oh my.
Ooh, that's 10 minutes too long, but we'll go for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how we do here. Let's get started and see what he's got to say.
I have to warn you, I'm as knowledgeable on dinosaurs as I am on New York City history.
All right. Well, let's see here. All right. I got that pulled up. Okay.
I know a lot
Perfect.
about the Dinobots. Does that count?
No.
yeah, I'd love to have writer dinosaurs on the panel when we're doing something like this too.
All right. Here we go.
Dating is a way of determining the age of certain archaeological artifacts of a biological origin up to about 50,000 years old. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask the question, why is it then that we find carbon-14 inside of dinosaur bones that are supposedly 65 million years old?
We don't.
I'd like an answer to that.
Next question.
People say dinosaurs died out 65 million years ago. Really? There's C14 inside the bones.
Yes.
According to this article, which is a scientific paper, it says that carbon-14
Ooh.
only lasts 50,000 years in any
Tell us
organism
about that
dies.
scientific paper references,
And soft
please.
tissue. We find soft tissue in all of these dinosaur bones. Blood cells with hemoglobin in the blood. But it
What you
lasted millions
think
of
it
years.
is.
Anybody that believes that is gullible. You're a gullible person if you believe that. Okay, does anybody in here remotely think that that's even possible for a soft tissue to last 65 million years? And here's how they answer that. Well, you see, it's about it was contaminated. What happens if you contaminate blood? It deteriorates worse. It was contaminated. Do you know what a stupid argument that is?
So
But it was
I just have to stop it here. These are all proofs, by the way, but he hasn't provided any proof. So I don't understand how these are proofs if he's not providing sources for that proof.
He's just providing incredulity.
Yeah.
Declarative statements are proof. Don't you know that?
I forgot that's how it works. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, I'm sure he's going to give us more evidence of his proofs here. Let's see.
Yeah, he'll
Stupid
give us
argument.
some evidences.
Yeah.
that is. Oh, but it was fossil. The blood was fossilized. Wait a minute. You say a fossil takes 10,000 years to form. Is blood going to sit there in the ground for 10,000 years, waiting to be fossilized? No. They say, well, it's the method of the fossilization of the bone.
I want my oven mitt.
the iron in the blood, then. Okay, great. Do you see organisms getting encapsulated by iron when they die in nature? They say, well, if we put iron or blood in iron, it preserves the cells. That must have been how it lasted. This was found nowhere near iron deposits. This was not found near iron. And yes, even if you put dinosaur soft tissue in an airtight jar, and then put that airtight jar in another airtight jar and another airtight jar, it's going to deteriorate. I don't care if it's airtight. It's going to deteriorate. Anybody that says that dinosaur soft tissue could last 65 million years, they are out of their mind. They are gullible people, period. And if you vouch for that, you are a gullible person. If you really believe that. They say, well, that's not enough evidence. I need cross-examined evidence. You mean to be able to cross-examine? What about...
Whoa, drink.
Yes.
Cross-examined evidence? That's courtroom talk, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, because my memory is shite, I'm blanking on the right word, but, peer-reviewed kind of stuff. What's the word? Double-blind tested. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what he means? But cross-examined? No.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to hold up a dinosaur, like a Rex, T-Rex, and ask him if he could point on the dinosaur where he got hurt.
Yeah.
Where he was touched.
I'm looking at the video behind him there, or maybe it's just an image, I don't know. And I'm looking at that sort of fakey Jurassic Park font, and I'm thinking we're about to see some Kent Hovind shit here.
Yeah, it's possible. He is sitting here acting like he's the authoritative figure on all of this, and we need to take what he says as these are his proofs. This is what it is, and it's just no. Like, back any of this up, please.
Yeah, and what was said in the chat, I was thinking it too, but I didn't want to call drink because I'm not a scientist and I wasn't sure. But there is iron in blood, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it doesn't need to be near an iron deposit. He's practically picturing like an anvil somewhere that's pounding iron into blood.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, let's see what else he's got here. I'm sure he's gonna get through his proofs with evidence.
Evidences.
Yes, all of the evidences.
The dinosaur
Stupid
tracks there,
hobbitses.
65 million years old in the old time strata. Oh, really? Is it just a coincidence that we find man tracks with dinosaur tracks in these layers that you say are 65 million years old? I was in a debate with Dr. Kenny Rhodes from Reasons to Believe, and I brought this up to him, right? And he looked at me, he goes, well, even though it looks like a man footprint, and anatomically it may be the same, how do you know there wasn't a creature that looked just like a man? Talk about believing things without evidence. It is unbelievable what unbelievers will believe to remain unbelievers. Unbelievable.
But wait, he's
The truth, I
believing
don't
without
believe you're a man.
evidence. If he's believing in young Earth, there's not evidence that supports that. There's evidence that supports the opposite. So, who's believing without evidence at this point?
And I'm not gonna say that like there were humanoid creatures at the same time as the dinosaurs, but there certainly were hominids that were, shaped very similarly that weren't in fact Homo sapiens.
Right.
I mean,
And-
obviously not at the same time as dinosaurs. Nobody was riding around on them with leather saddles or nothing, but still.
Well, and so we lost RJ. His internet probably dropped. But my question would be, so if, according to his, sounds like theory on everything, dinosaurs were around when Earth was created, what is it, 2,000 years ago or whatever the heck they believe? So, like, why are dinosaurs not referenced in, say, the Bible, or we don't hear of Jesus running around with velociraptors? Like, I don't.
Well, I seem to remember there's reference in the Bible to dragons, which were probably, like someone somewhere saw a dinosaur skeleton and said, "Ooh, dragons," that kind of thing. The part that I'm curious about, like, he's trying to say that what we're seeing here in this image is a dinosaur footprint and a human footprint that were made at exactly the same time right next to each other. And I have to wonder, like, how close did this human get to this dinosaur?
Right.
Without being, like, eaten or stomped or something. Which dinosaur is that?
Yeah. I don't know.
And I want some citations on this one, because that human footprint looks kind of like the kind of thing, like an elementary school or a kindergartner would do in plaster of Paris.
Right.
Where exactly did this happen? This particular picture, where'd he get it?
Yeah. I don't know that we're going to get that evidence, but let's see what else he's got anyway, at least.
And don't get angry at me over that. Don't get angry at me for telling you the facts, for telling you the truth that you should have heard when you went to school
haven't come up
and
with
learned
any
that the
facts
universe
yet.
popped into existence by nothing with no God. Folks, the public school system is completely absurd what they're teaching. Monkeys surfing,
Drink.
dinosaurs farting to death.
Yes.
What?
Okay, I am a Christian. I've studied the Bible. Maybe not as in depth as some others have claimed to have studied it. I don't use the Bible as a science reference. It's not intended to be a science reference. It's intended to be a parable and how to live your life spiritually and fulfillment and stuff like that. It doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you say dinosaurs farting themselves to death? I'm looking in the chat and someone's saying he made that up. This is clearly something he said before, but I managed to miss it. What the hell?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs farting themselves to death? I want that expanded on. I'm very curious now. Because it sounds like a really bad slapstick comedy from the 90s, probably starring Pauly Shore and Rob Schneider.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that from him before, but I'm sure he said it. I haven't tortured myself with too many Matt Powell videos, but oh dear. Well, let's see. He said something about monkey surfing, I think, too. So let's see what else we have here.
I've watched that.
Squids and octopi coming from outer space. Look, their rescue devices are weak, and you always need to point that out. If you're in a debate with them, point it out. It's a very weak argument. Be respectful, but just point out it's a weak argument. And in some cases, we find man footprints on top of the dinosaur footprint. I'm sorry, that means they existed at the same time. You cannot deny that. That's another cross piece of evidence there. It's cross-examined. They say, well, you know,
You keep
grass
using
didn't
that
evolve
word.
until
I
55
don't think it
million years
means what
ago.
you think it means.
Dinosaurs died out 65 million years ago, so dinosaurs never saw grass. So your Bible's wrong when the Bible says that the behemoth eateth grass as an ox. No, the Bible is right. And we actually examined coprolites, dinosaur dung, and somehow it lasted 65 million years, guys. We found dinosaur dung. It lasted 65 million years, and guess what we found in it? Grass. The dinosaurs actually ate grass. It says microscopic
So they were
examination
getting
of fossilized
high?
dinosaur dung from India now shows that the massive plant-eating dinosaurs munched heaping
Kate, I
helpings
think I found a
of at least
supply
5 different types of
for
grass.
you.
They're concluding all this off the fossil record, right? So they're saying
Yes.
Now, I mean, none of this is really my area. I'm more about, like, the logic and stuff. But I'm sitting there thinking, grass has probably existed for a very long time. And if it's not present-day grass, which it almost certainly was not, given how much things have evolved, I mean, why wouldn't there have been some sort of foliage that was, like, resembling grass? Why?
Yeah.
And
I mean-
possible that the scientists that said there was grass in this dinosaur poo were saying, just using it as a generic term and not specifically like whatever we have on our lawns now.
Yeah.
I mean, the plains of Serengeti are grasslands. You don't have grass out there. You have something that's closer to wheat, but it's still classified as a grass.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know taxonomy very well, but I have a feeling that he's a victim of his own ignorance that he refuses to admit the way I will.
Yeah.
the Dunning-Kruger is strong with this one.
Yeah, and as Mark Beiser said in the live chat, it was fossilized remains of dung and grass, not actual dung or plant matter. It's not like they found a big pile of poo from a dinosaur. Like this is fossilized things. Oh dear. Well, let's see what else he's got here. We're about halfway through his proofs.
Well, grass didn't exist when dinosaurs existed in the fossil record. Precambrian rock layers are supposedly the oldest layers that there are. It's where the jellyfish that we all descended from originated. The sponge,
we didn't
our ancestor,
descend from
the great
jellyfish.
grandfather SpongeBob. That's really what they believe.
What?
We're arguing against people that believe in literal Toon Network. That is your ancestor. Nickelodeon, SpongeBob. That's literally what we're arguing against. People say, how do you always win the debates? I'm arguing against people that, for lack of a better word, idiots.
By
I don't mean to
being
say that
incredulous
rude.
and declaring victory.
Well, sometimes you have
That's
to
how
argue
you
literal
win the
idiots.
debate.
Precambrian is before dinosaurs existed. Well, we find bird tracks before dinosaurs even existed in the Precambrian rock layers. Wait a minute, didn't dinosaurs turn into birds? Why is it that there are bird tracks on the very bottom?
They just turned into them. Oh dear.
I mean, I'm sure there were.
It's like JT85. You got the transformation disc there.
You know, I mean, even if dinosaurs evolved into present day birds, I'm sure there were avians back then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were called pterodactyls.
It's just, this is so dumb.
Yeah. Oh dear.
And I mean, and his SpongeBob argument is so disingenuous.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, just it. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard to even address it, like to know where to begin on how idiotic it is. Because, you know, I mean, I get it. He's trying to be snarky and sarcastic, but he's so far off from what people are claiming that it's not even funny. It's just sad.
Right.
I'm not a person, but I play one on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue on here. Here we go.
Bottom layers. Here's what they say. This is what Charles Lyell said about these bird tracks. Remember, this is millions of years before birds existed, supposedly. Charles Lyell said that these tracks were produced. They weren't real bird tracks. It's Native American Indians that got bored and decided to draw some tracks in the Precambrian rock layers. That's literally what they're saying. They're literally saying that Native Americans drew these tracks. If you believe that, you are gullible, period. You're gullible. Stop saying Christians are gullible for believing the Bible, a book written by goat herders. What's wrong with a bunch of goat herders? Last I checked, that was actually a pretty good occupation back then, before electricity.
Drink.
Yes, Kate.
Okay. See, even if goat herding was a great, you know, occupation, that doesn't mean they were freaking scientists, dude.
Right.
It doesn't mean that they knew anything, and he totally looks like he just sat on a giant grape. But I mean, like seriously.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was written by goat herders who were ignorant as fuck. That's the point.
Yeah.
And like, that doesn't say anything about. I mean, even if these are fossilized remains of like a cave carving or something, that what does that have to do with whether or not the Bible is valid? You know, I mean, like, if I believe that Native people made these designs, then somehow that negates the argument against goat herders writing the Bible poorly. I cannot connect these dots. I just can't.
This seems to be. Hang on, I got people doing.
You know, this from the most blissful fart in the world, face boy.
Yeah. Well, let's continue on here and see what else we get.
Stop spewing your own confusion with yourself onto all of Christianity. We don't want it. It's the fallacy of false equivalence. Are chickens related to the T-Rex? This is in a kid's book. Question: are chickens related to the T-Rex? Answer: yes. Science has revealed compelling evidence that the T-Rex actually evolved into a chicken. Folks, you know what we continuously find in the fossil record? Dinosaurs with birds in their stomachs. But dinosaurs, wait a minute, they didn't exist with birds.
Drink.
They turned.
Yes.
That caption said devolve. Devolve. I mean, I know these people treat. Oh gosh, look at his face again. I know these people treat evolution as if it were like a game of D&D where you level up your character every now and then, and clearly the T-Rex is cooler than a chicken. So apparently dinosaurs devolved into chickens. That's not how evolution works. Devolving is something that happens in Star Trek.
Right.
Badly. Not this. Evolving means that you were the most fit for that environment and thus kept breeding. Unlike the ones who weren't as fit. That's just how this works. It doesn't mean you get cooler when you evolve. It doesn't mean that, like, you know, the creature that gets wings and claws is the one that's. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's just, you know, so the whole like devolved into chickens bothers me. I mean, I know it's a little thing, but that bothers me.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And
I
yeah.
just,
Go
I
ahead.
keep thinking of the movie Mario Brothers. Monkey.
Okay, the only good thing about that movie was the end credits had a song from my favorite band,
Yeah, it
Which
was not
is
my favorite, but
Roxette.
What was that?
Roxette.
I
They
don't
did The Look, Dangerous, Dress for Success, It Must Have Been Love, Listen to Your Heart. Roxette.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that one.
You
I thought I was getting
it's
out
not-
there
I guarantee
liking
you've
Oingo
heard the
Boingo,
songs, even
so
if you don't know them by name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. The end credits of the Super Mario Brothers movie used Almost Unreal by Roxette, and it's the only good part of the movie at all.
oh dear. Well, let's see where else he's gonna go with this.
Then the birds. No, you find dinosaurs with birds in their stomachs. They didn't descend into birds, devolve into chickens. They ate them. And we have proof for that. You bring this up to them, and they don't have a clue of what you're talking about. That's not true. There's no fossil evidence.
So, Strickland, do you have any
show them
other
the actual
myths that you
photo,
can sell?
and they don't believe it.
Do I have any what?
Do you have any other myths left over from the before time?
I might still have some. I'll have to see if I can pull those out sometime.
I'll pay you $100 for some right now.
Yeah, we need it for this video, that's for sure. Oh, jeez. Well,
And
I'm
I mean, it's not like something can't die and end up as a fossil
Right.
on top of another fossil. I wonder if anyone has carbon dated these bones.
Yeah. And just
Well,
go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Well, I mean, carbon dating would be the half-life of the carbon-14 atom would be well past the expiration at that
you know
point.
what I mean.
And he started his argument with that, and it's like
Yeah.
I mean, 2 minutes, or not even 2 minutes, 30 seconds into this thing, I knew where it was going, and I just was like, yeah, this guy is a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he says that, the dinosaurs ate birds, but that doesn't mean that the modern day chicken was running around at the same time as dinosaurs either. There's things that are similar to, or, look like, or anything like that, but it doesn't mean the modern day, even with the grass argument, it may not be modern day grass, but it's something similar to, so yeah.
I love how the chat is talking about Roxette over here.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get more proof here soon. So let's see what else he's got.
Clemenza.
They say, well, how can I believe in a God that I can't see? Why don't you start believing what you can see first? It's called delusional
Wow.
if you're not going to believe what
Ironic.
you can see.
Yeah.
And if you believe things without evidence,
I believe in clams.
you're holding to a position that's indefensible.
So
This is
close,
proof.
and he just
That the devil himself exists. The fact that you could believe in evolution and be so deceived and so tricked is proof that Satan deceives, that you have been deceived by the God of this world, which has blinded the minds of them which believe not, the Bible says. They say, you're so superstitious, you believe in the devil? You better believe I do, because he deceived you into believing pond scum to people evolution, bacteria to biologists, goo to you, the zoo to you, fish to fishermen. That's what they think. So don't come at me with, oh, it's superstitious to believe in that old book. I'm glad that it is an old book and that it's been around for a long time. You're admitting by saying it's an old book that it is historic, that it is reliable. When they say
What?
it's an old,
What?
drinkity drink.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Kate.
I mean, just because something's old doesn't mean it's reliable or true. And I mean, on top of that, like, if the Bible really had any validity at all, it would still be updated constantly to, like, reflect present day as well. The
Right.
fact that the Bible ended at some point lets us know that it's like not as reliable as you'd like to say, because I mean, he says it's great that it's old, but people back then were dipshits and didn't know things.
Yeah.
And now, oh gosh, it's way too late and I have way too much Red Bull in me to be coherent. But, I mean, the point is that he's acting like somehow old makes something true. And
Yeah.
that's bull.
Exactly. Yeah, that was my issue with that statement as well, is that just because something is old does not mean that it's a reliable source of information that must be factual. Like, no.
Yeah.
Mark Beiser says the Bhagavad Gita is older and more entertaining. Yeah, I agree. And just because something is old does not make it true. Oh dear. Well, we've got, let's see here. We've only got about 2 minutes left, so let's see what else he's got here.
Well, at least this time he doesn't look like his chair has some sort of sex toy.
Yeah. All right.
Book written a long time ago. I'm glad God didn't leave us without his word for thousands of years. Glad we have the word of God and that we've had it for a long time. You're admitting that it's been around for a long time. When I bring forth my Bible model, they say it's your Bible model, haha. Yeah, I bring forth my Bible model. And they try to argue against it. They say, oh, it's crazy, you think it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. You Google, rained for millions of years. They think it rained for 2 million years.
What?
So remember, they think rain created itself from nothing, with no God, and rained down into the oceans. 2 million years. What did the first single-celled organism eat? That's what I'd like to know. There was no organic material. It just came alive. What's it gonna eat? Hard rock? We find a T-Rex, right, under 50 feet of sediment that had suffocated to death when it was buried. There's no other way to explain something like that other than Noah's flood. They say a local flood could have done it. No, false. It would have just ran away.
Avalanche.
The T-Rex dinosaur simply would have ran away. It had to have been globally catastrophic. That's why we find 10,000 adult myosaur buried in the center of the United States that had left their young behind. They say, why are you bringing up the same tired old arguments that creationists always have used since the 1980s? Well, because they're right. The truth stays the truth. They say, well, what if you're wrong? I know I'm not wrong, because 2 + 2 is 4. It will always be 4. The facts will always be the facts. Again, these are the fundamentals of young earth creationism. When I was in college, I played college basketball, and my coach always told me that if you master the fundamentals, you'll be a great player. And if you are a creationist and you want to get in the middle of this fight, just master the fundamentals and you will win every time.
I'd almost want to share that video with a college professor.
Yeah.
Just to hear what they have to say about it being wrong.
Right.
Like if I shared that with a college professor here, professor, help me debunk this shit. You know more than I do. Show me the resources to debunk this crapola.
Yeah. He sits there and says, if you believe things without evidence, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. But that's exactly A, what he's doing, and B, what he's asking to do in this video, or us to do, rather, in this video. He's saying, I know I'm right, believe me, but I'm not going to provide you with any evidence. Here's the proof, but there's nothing to back it up.
And he knows he's right so hard that he's, unwilling to hear anything that shows he might be wrong, I'm sure.
Right. I just don't, I don't understand that, but hey, I guess we have to have idiots in the world to have something to debunk. Yeah, to have something to debunk, dear.
Well, I mean, we could, and I apologize for the term, but we could have devil's advocates
Mm-hmm.
to help us, bounce our ideas off.
Right.
It doesn't take idiots. It just takes people who are critical.
Yeah. That was the end of his lovely video there. So I think with that, we will go ahead and wrap it up here for the evening. And try to just wrap our brains around what we watched tonight, because that was Terrible.
Have a good evening. I gotta go. So
No
I'll talk to you
worries.
guys
Have a
later.
good night, Chris.
Bye.
And again, thank you everybody for coming out on in the live chat, and thank you all panel. So with that, Kate and I will say good night, panel.
Good night, panel.
Good night, everybody. Good night, panel.